Let me tell you why Delta Worlds is, I think, one of the best Undertale fan game out there. But first, let's start with the lore. Let me tell a story and its consequences, friends. First off, the legend was whispered among shadows. It was a legend of light and dark. This is the legend of Delta Warriors. For millennia, light and dark have lived in balance, bringing peace to the earth. But something started to shatter harmony, and fear filled with entire earth. A mysterious night appeared on the horizon, and roaring came into sight. However, 3 heroes came with the hope, banishing this chaos from achievement. The last thing Knight did. He created a new type of worlds, something between light world and familiar dark world. The new six-shadowed world. The balance was refreshed. The sky was peaceful again. Only then, 3 heroes separated in worlds. Whole Earth was saved from destruction. Today, the grand center of the worlds, the place to travel within every world. Stay closed at the center of Light World. Recently, the balance started to shift again because of the shadowed worlds. So we are here to collect 6 shadow crystals and save the Earth once again. So long story short, we need to find 6 shadow crystals. So the lore stuff is done, let's get into the interesting part. When you first enter the game, you see those options, but we're just going to talk about the play element of the game. When you get into fight, you have 2 options as any other game. You have that standard fight, act and spare, and the items, but that's not so interesting. What now I'm going to cover is the pacifist route, but there's 3 routes and maybe the 4th one is paid, and there's no grave route. The game has very generic gaming mechanics. You have the normal talk, you have nothing really much, but it's okay, it works, I think. When you first enter the game, you maybe think about it, the game is not finished because everything is grey, no real coloring or anything, but that's the game design. But there are some great features, like there are a manual to tell you what to do, how can you act or anything, how the whole battle system works. But there are settings which is really nice, it really helps the game, and there's gameplay options and visuals. In the gameplay there's hardcore mode which I activated because why not, which is really doesn't matter. You can have armor and weapons in the game, which you can find in chests. You have side characters, friends like in Deltarune, but in the start of the game you don't have no one. And there are custom souls that gives the game so much replay value. It's so great. Now I'm using custom souls to make my soul yellow. The other things, there's a 90% of all the characters you can talk to. I love that. I really love that in this game. And there is Clover Dance, which is bonus points in my book. And there's this guy, Mr. Grave, who just tells you about chests and weapons that you can find in. That's about it. It's a tutorial. When you fight some enemies, you finally get your first chest, which will give you a axe sword. Swords can help you sparing people for some reason, which is, I guess, it's a night because when you play pacifist, there's something for it. After this, you get to the grey market. It's the same visuals. The weapons can give you many things in help, like gives you instantly like 70% of spare on enemies or things like that. Well, we meet with Mr. Grey again, who's bullying some noob for some reason. You can choose to fight, but you fight and give you like 2 chests, and that's about it. In the chest you can find the X armor, which will give you max HP because in the game there's no defense. Like you can see, I have now 26 HP and not 20, which is, I think it's pretty good. I mean, with level 1 it will be pretty hard in this game. After this we enter into the tunnel and we got the first gimmick fight where you just have to get your TP to 100, which is not that hard, but it's a good change up than the press 2 buttons and win. The fight goes pretty easy. Your fight button is locked, which I don't get. Then why did they give him HP? But let's roll with it. We get 100% toilet paper and then we knock him out of the world. Oh, I mean not the world, just few meters away. There's a toilet for Walmart bags, so that's pretty cool. I'm a Walmart bag, I mean look at that armor. After this we get another boss fight. And this boss fight, well, that screwed me over because I'm in hard mode and let's just say he kind of kicked my ass. After that I came back, I beat his ass, and then he told me some kind of secret which I don't really care, and let's go to World 2. After that we get to Noobland where there are guests and noobs, well, who would have thought? That is a small puzzle, but if you don't really care you can just guess. The fire is because I'm on hard mode, just lets me get through that. After some more fighting we get our first teammate, which is just called Shopkeeper. And that's it, there's nothing really much to say about him. He will make all the round just that much quicker. After that we get to Builderman, who you guessed it, we are going to fight first boss, which is kind of a challenge. And yeah, the same old. Let me break it down for you. We get into fight with Builderman. Builderman attack 6, powerful lightning can respawn after death. I can always appreciate some new attacks and not the same attacks from every enemy, so this is why a second thing I really love the game, the diversity of every single attacks. There's every single new enemy which has a new attack, something always, maybe not the strongest, or maybe it's ass. It can be ass in the first world, but as you go along the game, the attacks are better, everything is so much better in the game. After a long fight which I almost died in, I finally spare Builderman and then we can get to the next place. The next enemy can really cause some trouble is this guy with the gun. He's the one of the characters who really beat my ass in the game, just because how unpredictable his attacks are. After I spare him, he looks at me like I'm a fucking idiot, which is kind of true, and then he just laughs with like no real goodbyes, he just laughs awkwardly. After that we get to the first boss fight where there's a timer, and the first big criticism that I have the game, that when you have like a custom soul, any kind of soul, because in this fight you're supposed to be purple soul. I'm getting hit because I'm an idiot and I'm trying to farm PP. And yeah, it would be so great if I could be a yellow soul and well, we have the purple soul ability, but nonetheless, it's still a good game. After you spare him, the timer just got to like 10 seconds, he just waves away and just leaves. It would be great like in the event place where you can fight like bosses, like here at Enda, you see I have the shield and I'm still a yellow soul. That would be great if that could be implemented, but only man can dream, am I right? But that's sad. Oh well. Back to the main game, I should be a green soul here. I can more demonstrate it right now that I'm a yellow soul and I don't get the shield, so I can just go into the corner and like nothing would happen. So that's kind of sad. I can just cheese the game, and of course I get it because one person develops the whole game, so it's very impressive. Uh, I'm not saying that the creator should fix or anything. I'm just saying that it's kind of sad. And with that, let's get to the next place. As you can see, the animation has clearly upgraded and is so much more better, I think. It was good while it lasted, but sadly I have to get rid of the yellow soul and go with the adaptive soul, so the game would be fair. Here I love this mechanic, it's so great, I love it. This is one of the best, I love this one. Here's a familiar mechanic, let's see if you can guess it by the song. If you guessed Last Breath, then congrats. This is one of my favorite soundtracks in the game, just listen. Okay, jump time over. Let's get to one of the puzzles, which you can just turn and add or it. So after this we get a boat section, which I really love too. Amazing, great job. We got some new mechanics, which is not really new, just yellow arrows, which is, you know, pace of change, you know. I love that. I like it. Great. Awesome. We get to a third teammate, which is a healer, so yippee. We get to another boss, which is the scammer boss, or what the hell it was that again? Oh yeah, scam boss. Oh yeah, attack them. Boss of the Take Squad. We beat him in a dance fight, and then he lets us go. And then we got to block once more mechanics. Actually, we defeat him, and there's still one more world to go, but I'm not going to show. If you really care about this game, go play it now. See ya.